Good morning and welcome to a new vlog. Today I'm heading to Waddesdon Manor with my bestest gal pal Elvira. You'll get to meet her this morning. And we're going there because it's the Lunar Cinema in the evening. But we're going to get there in the morning so we can sightsee. We're going to see the house and the gardens and the grounds. Then we're going to head into town in Aylesbury in order to get some lunch, walk around, see some of the shops. There are two museums which might be interesting to visit, but we'll see where we end up. And then in the evening we're back at Waddesdon Manor in order to see the film. So I'm going to keep that a surprise for you, but it's going to be lovely. It's going to be a great film. We both love it. She chose it, but I completely agreed. I was like, the setting is going to be wonderful. I've been to the cinema before, well, the Lunar Cinema, which is a special outdoor experience. So basically, Lunar Cinema sets up camp for a few days of the year at some very important sites around the UK. And then you can pay and then you go to the outdoor cinema, you set up a camping chair or a blanket, and you can watch the film. I went to Lincoln Castle in 2019 and I saw The Greatest Showman with the Lunar Cinema. It was a lovely experience. It was also my first time watching The Greatest Showman, which I know is a sin. I should have watched it before that. But it was the best experience seeing it there, and they set up this huge screen and everyone's, you know, enjoying themselves with drinks and snacks, and the bags are all packed. I've brought snacks. I think we're going to stop and buy some bits as well, like extra stuff, but I have plenty. I've brought blankets, I'm all set. I even brought a thick coat for the evening, but it should be fine. It shouldn't be the coldest evening ever, but it should be about 15 degrees. So sitting outdoors in that temperature, you've got to be bundled up. However, talking about being bundled up, let me show you my outfit and then we can go because I don't want us to be late. Let's start with accessories because they are my favourite. So the earrings are these wavy ones. They might have seen before. I love them. I wear them all the time. I'll leave the link down below for them. However, they are quite old, so you might have to search around for some alternatives. On the right wrist, I am sporting a lovely bracelet that I'm borrowing from my mum today. And then on the right hand for rings, I'm wearing this molten ring that matches the earrings quite nicely. This is from Monsoon Accessorize, and this signet ring from my mum's collection as well. She doesn't wear it anymore, so I always steal it. And then on the left wrist, I'm wearing this rotary watch because it looks a little bit like a bracelet, so I do quite like it. And then on the right hand, I'm wearing this Monsoon Accessorize little star ring. It's golden. It's not real gold though. And then for necklaces, I'm wearing this duo here, and they're from Golden Clef, I believe, and I'll leave that linked as well. And for the outfit, I'm wearing this 3/4 length sleeve top from Jaeger. It's white and I think it'll harmonise well with whatever I've got on top. I'll show you, it's a blazer. I really love the front part because this panel is doubled over, so you've got twice the material, so it's quite thick and it's not very see-through, which is nice. And it's got 3/4 length sleeves, which is going to match my 3/4 length sleeve blazer for today. Then the jeans are these black ones from Villa. Let me just scooch over so you can see them. The belt is Calvin Klein. I really love the oval buckle. That's a very nice detail. And over the top, I've got this blazer from Nina Hazan. This is a vintage piece. It's a lovely, lovely tweed, and I really like it. I think it's really nice and appropriate for this time of year when it's slightly chilly but not that cold. And for bag, I've got the Pillow Tabby 26 in the colour black with gold hardware, which matches everything I'm wearing today. I'm not mixing metals at all. Here you go. Now you can see it slightly better because it wasn't quite showing up in the mirror. This fits everything I need, and I think it matches quite well with the belt and also the boots that I'll be wearing. I'll be wearing the Echo ones. Here they are. I have them upstairs because I tried them on with the outfit, but I'm not going to put them on now because we're a no-shoes household, so I can't be trotting around the house with them, but they match nicely with all of the other accessories. Now that we're ready, let's go and pick up my bestest gal pal, Elvira. I'm in the car now. I'm waiting for Elvira to come downstairs. I've inputted the postcode into the GPS and it's telling us it's going to take about an hour and 5 minutes, which is not too bad. Traffic should be okay. There's one little roadworks along the way, but it should be good. And I'm just so excited. Oh, it's going to be such a lovely day, and I've heard a lot of good things about Waddesdon, so I'm just even more happy to be seeing it today after reading about it on the internet and being recommended it quite heartily. We're ready! Girls are on the road! We're going!
We're going.
Bye!
Yeah, Waddesdon Manor, we're here.
Yes, we arrived.
We arrived.
Yes.
Waiting for us.
So good to get the bus, honestly. This seems like a long walk. I mean, it's very pretty, and if you've got dogs, it's lovely, but if you've got children or elderly, definitely take the bus. Well, not quite elderly, but...
Well, yeah, it's a long walk. It would take like an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
They said 20 minutes.
To walk?
Yeah.
Look how big it is. I think it's, for me, it's an hour. Because I have to stop, take pictures, stop.
Yes, if you stop and take pictures, definitely. This is going to be the best vlog because you're here. And us, yeah, but honestly, us together, we are like menacing in the best way possible. Like if we're together, menaces. Oh, menaces, I'm with them, but in a good way. No, not menacing. Well, menacing for the sleeve.
Yes.
But yeah,
We're funny. We need our own talk show.
yes, I was actually going to say that. We need our own thing because we would
One mind.
be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the two of us in a room, it's a recipe for a good time.
Always. Always has been.
Yeah.
12 years now, or more than that.
Maybe more.
More than that.
Yeah. We'll have to stop counting. There's a statue there. Look at how cute that
It
is.
has a dog or a lion. I'm not sure what it's holding.
Something. What I was going to say was that because you were like we've known each other for like 12 or something years or whatever. At one point we're going to have to stop counting because when it gets to 50, everyone's going to know how old we are.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
like there are
yeah.
100 these two.
Yeah, which is always young, knowing each other for ages, always young.
This is quality content for the trailer.
It is.
Anyway,
But it doesn't really work.
oh, that's sad. That reminds me of Versailles when they turn off the fountain, which sucks.
Anything with the statues in it.
Gorgeous little statues on the ground.
Ancient Greece or something.
Yeah, very Greek statues. Really lovely. Oh, I think we're stopping. Okay, we're going to get off the bus. And we'll chat later. walked quite a few rooms. I really loved the little annex sort of garden that they had between the dining room and another room. That was so cute and sweet. If you want to say something,
I wanted to film you.
if you want to film me, you're so cute. And this is a beautiful room. It's got so much wooden paneling. You can see to the side. Every room has a fireplace and it's all marble. It's so gorgeous.
And loads of mirrors.
Yes, lots of mirrors. We were just saying how opulent this is for a privately owned home that has nothing to do with the royal family. It's such a gorgeous house. It's got a lot of attention to detail. Everything is really well thought out. The way the art has been placed as well is so wonderful and key to every single room. It captures the personality of every room. They're all very well maintained and taken care of, and we're just saying even the tapestries are so lovely.
They are. Indeed. They're amazing.
They are a little bit worn from time, obviously, but the colours are still so vibrant, and you can see everything.
Even in the dark, in the light, everywhere, the color combination is on point.
Yeah, you can see the little characters on them, the dogs, the animals. They're really, really beautiful.
All of them seem unique. All of them.
I just tripped over.
There's a writing desk on both sides. Look.
Yes, this is a beautiful desk, but I love these ones that open out, where you open up everything and you can close it back up. I think they're a bit more private.
Yeah. They used to have boxes as well, obviously, to close it up and open.
They did, or secret compartments where you could hide your lover's letters or something scandalous. The only thing is, it's all got to go. When you had to lock your love letters.
Yeah, now you just have text that people can read.
You have to be careful because the cloud will get you.
Yeah, the cloud.
Yeah, you've got to be careful because now that texts
Good
are on the
I don't even have a
cloud.
boyfriend. Now I have to worry about
Your cloud.
affairs.
Yeah. This is 21st century worries. Before you were like, where's the key to my writing desk? Because that was priority.
Imagine your husband having it.
Oh, that's dangerous. But now you've got to be like, is my cloud password safe?
Yeah.
So people don't read my text.
Exactly. Look, I found it in art from.
Okay, that's fine. Elvira was showing me this harp, and she called it harp in Russian instead of. Anyway, and I was like, I thought she was talking about a vase, and I was like, oh, that's the name of the vase. It was so hilarious.
Yeah.
And now every time we see a vase, I'll point it out and go, arfa, which is harp in Russian, in case you weren't aware. Like I wasn't, because I don't speak it, but she does.
I didn't even know they was in Russian. I just said the words and I was like, okay.
Yeah, but that's because you're so bilingual that you can't even tell the difference anymore.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes
she's just that brainy, kids,
So I need to
Big
know
brain.
the difference though. Look at this books.
Oh, yes, there's this small bookcase right here that I was kind of salivating over as well. It's got a bunch of little novels, and they're all the same size and style. Their spines are the same.
Yeah. The width.
When the spines match, that's when you know you have a good library collection.
Oh yeah. Totally. I love that. Even when I buy books now, I buy them so they match my other books.
Oh my god! So you read
because
you're. Yeah. I love that you buy books because of the cover.
Because of the cover, so they match my.
Because of the spine specifically.
Yes. Yeah. The colours.
Obviously, it's what is inside that matters. As long as the outside matches everything else.
Yeah, it has to be the whole package.
It does. It does. Priorities. we're in the circular room, and on every wall there's a painting, and all of them together tell the story of Sleeping Beauty. And on the desk, because there's a table in the middle of the room, you can kind of read through each one and it kind of shows you. So for example, that's where it starts with the fairies and the baby, and then as you go along you can kind of see the story unfold with Sleeping Beauty when she pricks her finger and when the courtiers fall asleep, and above us just here is the ending of the story when she wakes up.
She gets away woken up by a kiss.
Yes.
Of love.
Yes, a love's kiss. We were talking about the morbid true tale, which is not nice. The one before the Grimm brothers wrote it, so the original, and it's not nice.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. It was very graphic.
It is. You can look it up on the internet, but it's not very good. So kids don't.
Read it.
Yeah, I love how they covered the frames in the fabric that the walls are in. So the wall fabric and the frame fabric are the same. I think that's a cute touch. And there are sofas all the way around the room.
It accentuates the picture,
The colours.
the colours as well. Yeah.
Because the paintings are really vibrant, they're really intense green, and then the walls are a deep purple, so the contrast is really nice with the red. And we've just been sitting here talking about lots of other things as well. But I like this room, and apparently it's your favourite.
It is my favourite.
It is your favourite.
Because it's about fairy tales. I love fairy tales.
It is, and this is a good one.
It is, and it's bright. The colours are bright. It's a different world.
Yeah. But we were saying that Snow White definitely didn't get enough airtime in the original Disney film. We would have loved to see more of the princess.
For sure.
Yes.
We should make another film, but make it more interesting. Change the story.
Give her more airtime.
Give them more airtime. Yeah.
More time
to get to
in
know
the
her.
woods.
Yeah.
Playing with the ferrets and
Yeah.
the little creatures. And more dancing. Because that's my favourite scene, when they're dancing together, her and the prince.
Yeah, it was really good. Cinderella didn't even have that. I mean, they did dance at the ball, actually.
Yeah, they
Forget
did.
that.
They did dance at the ball. But I wish there was more
similar.
dancing.
Similar, yeah.
You know, I think they did a live action of Sleeping Beauty, because Lana Del Rey sang that song when they're dancing. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream.
Upon a dream. A live action. But wasn't that in Maleficent? It wasn't in Maleficent.
It might have been Maleficent.
Maleficent is the film that they adapted. Based on Aurora, yeah.
Is that where the song was?
I don't remember, I just know the song.
I don't
love
remember.
It so much. I know.
Yeah, but that's a really good song by Lana. I love it. Anyways.
The eyes, big eyes.
Yes.
The big eyes songs. Yeah.
Those big eyes
And those big eyes.
Yeah, we need to get a professional singing career, because these aristocrats
I know.
howling it here. Yeah, we're tearing it up.
Yeah.
We're also very hungry. Talking about tearing it up, we could literally tear into some food right now, but we aren't finished. Is there more to go?
I think I was so hungry that my hunger went away. I
Yeah.
think I'll come back later.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
for now,
I think that's about it. I'm not sure. There's another
I'm a
link.
little bit hungry.
We should go.
You're not as hungry anymore, because
Just
she's
sit
starved
for a
enough.
second.
I've starved her here. Yeah. Anyway, let's go and see some more of this building. Very dark room is the Rothschild Treasury, and it was meant to induce wonder and amazement, and indeed it does. I mean, just look at all of these diamonds and emeralds behind me. There are some rubies in a set over there, and there's just so much beauty and so many objects that glisten. is an entire room dedicated to porcelain. There are so many plates. I'm not a huge fan of displaying plates, but when they're this beautiful and when the set is this immense, it's impressive. I mean, I think a lot of things, a lot of rooms and parts of this building are very impressive, especially in like the sheer quantity of marble, the sheer quantity of porcelain and art and history. It's even if you're not into this sort of displaying of plates, I still think you'll be completely amazed by how much there is here. There are a lot of plates.
Look at the painting, it's a double again. Reflection.
Oh, you see it? Oh, yes. But don't you think they're different? Are they the same room?
They are different. Look,
Okay. This one's one of them. And this is another painting which looks like it's the same space, but slightly different. Maybe it's different occasions in the same room.
One of them is not like to the something standing up with their dancing.
But
It's the theatre.
they're like twin paintings. They are twin paintings. So much detail. You can see every single person in the painting. You can pick them out. It's crazy how they would paint like that. And all the faces are different, which is how I find it incredible, because after a while of painting, I would too if I were an artist, but then we're not artists.
Yeah.
So it's probably why we would paint the same person over and over and over again.
Ourselves, probably.
Oh my god, imagine if you just painted yourself again and again.
Well, that's the prettiest version of us.
Yeah. So vain, so vain. I found a pink bathroom, which I definitely approve of. I love a good pink bathroom, but the carpet I'm not the biggest fan of, just because I think it's just completely impractical. But even that toilet, that's not the most practical toilet, is it? It's a bit of a more alternative version of the olden day toilet. But yeah, love the pink. Love the high ceilings and curtains. And I think if we go around the corner, there's another bedroom and it's pink.
It's a proper pink.
Yeah, we love a pink bedroom, I think.
I would live
The
here.
other one was pink too. The one before this one was also
Yeah,
pink.
But this is better, isn't it?
It is. Let's turn you
Look
around.
at that dressing table. Sorry,
Yeah.
I would live for that table.
That's a gorgeous dressing table. Look at that.
If I have that space, I'll definitely buy something.
Yeah. And the couch matches the drapes. I think they're the same material. Beautiful. Oh, and you can go from the bedroom to the bathroom without
yeah.
going in the hallway.
Which makes
That is
sense
so
because I was just
practical.
thinking, yeah, how would she go out? People would see her.
Yeah, the lady of the house might not want to go down the corridor, even though it's not a big corridor. It's right next door. That's the bathroom, and that's the bedroom.
But it's so like makes so
It's a
much
bit more
sense.
private. And I love that they put this carpet over the other carpet,
Yeah.
just because it's a bit nicer.
Yeah, I don't like this carpet. This carpet is obviously for the tourist to step on.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think it was here before.
Oh, really? It does look very new. It looks quite clean. Anyway, we like it. but it's the same colour. And this gorgeous sort of intense dark egg blue is beautiful. In the centre of the table you can see there's a wedding cake because they have a wedding cake exhibit here. It's by Joanna Vasconcelos, something like that, and it celebrates wedding cakes in some capacity. And it's just such a beautifully coloured room, and the drapes that match are so beautiful. Everything about this colour is magnificent. Let me bring you back so you can see it. And even the marble that matches. This feels like quite a modern space. And it almost looks like that's completely made out of silver. I don't think it is solid silver, but could be. Or rather, maybe it's painted. And all of the art that really vibes beautifully with the colours of the room with this blue. It's gorgeous. And a little hidden door. That's always a treat. We're in the billiard room. It's overlooking the lovely gardens and it's right across from the smoking room, which was the only area of the house where you were allowed to actually smoke, which is very interesting. So you'd either have to go out into the garden or travel all the way here. And this is in the bachelor's wing, which was an area reserved only for the unmarried gentlemen visiting the house. So they were clearly trying to keep them all from being naughty with the ladies. And as you walk down the corridor, there are a lot of guns and swords and tools that you could really use to inflict a lot of harm, and we're just laughing about how funny it would be if someone got really drunk in this wing and just decided to go have fun and slice people and just fight about. I imagine they would have gotten very told off in the morning. So yeah, but it's interesting to see the sort of bachelor pad of the house, and this is actually the oldest part of the house. It was built first and then the rest of it was built after. Look at all these like little billiard tools. Yes, and it's all wooden panelling, which seems quite safe as long as no one takes a sword to it. Also,
Are they real swords? I don't know. It looks like real.
They looked real but really old.
Like old, like rusty, yeah. They wouldn't...
Yes, I don't think they were like...
If you scratch yourself, you'd have an infection probably.
Tetanus. Yeah. This billiard table also is humongous. You can't really tell quite how big it is, but it's sort of
bigger
like...
than a bed.
Yes, and it's, I would say, worth 2 normal billiard tables. I don't know if this is...
Like snooker.
Yes.
I think it's like snooker.
This is huge, but everything is huge and everything is wonderful and opulent here, so no big surprise there. What did you want to say?
I like the amount of wood in this part of the wing.
Feels very rugged.
It's very wooden, very rugged.
That's what you were saying before when we went in. It's like it feels like a manly area.
Manly area, but it's also more comfortable because there's not as much delicate stuff that you can break.
Yeah, none of that marble, none of that
crystals everywhere.
Yeah, soft furnishing. I mean, look, this couch is completely leather, whereas all of the other ones were nice, embroidered fabric. It was really pretty.
Couldn't sit on them.
No, this is for like men being men and like lounging about.
Sorry.
Yeah, doing that as well. this is the gift shop. It's got a lot of little country-esque things like dishes and bowls and even books about the property. However, when you come in through the wine shop first, and I thought that was the gift shop. I thought it only sold wine because they produce wine on the property, or so I heard. And so make sure you go all the way to the end and turn left, because this is where all the good stuff is, like bracelets and jewellery and accessories and jams and all that goodness. It's here, it's waiting. From the wine shop, I was heartily recommended this white wine right over here. It's from the Rothschild collection. Apparently it's a standout and a really, really great bottle. Also very recommended is this wine, which I have tried. It's quite mild, it's very aromatic, but really light as well. So lovely drink to have cold in summer, maybe with the girls, having some charcuterie, some snacks out in the garden. This is a really good recommendation. And last but not least, also from the Rothschild collection, you can tell that it's the Rothschild collection because of the 5 arrows representing the 5 suns. This one is a star favourite. All of the ladies have been recommending it. So if you fancy coming here and picking up a wine, one of these 3 I'm sure will serve you very well. This is a white wine as well. I've ordered the sea bass here, and my lunch companion has got the duck.
The duck.
Yes, looking very good. I kind of wish they would have added some potatoes to this, but I think it's got a puree of some sort. And I've gone with the rhubarb drink, and you have a peach tea.
Peach tea, white peach tea.
Yes, look at this. This is a lovely kitchen. I think this is an old part of the house where maybe they used to cook all of the food, but it's very nice, very atmospheric, and I love the windows as well. They're huge. That's in a lot of natural light. We're at the back of the house now, facing the gardens. These are beautiful. Look at all those flowers, they're so pretty. We've had lunch, I think more early dinner, it was delicious. I do recommend the sea bass. The duck could have had a little bit more salt, but that's fine, we added some.
We added salt.
And the pear tart was okay, but nothing to rave about. The walnut, very aromatic. The walnut cake.
My impression was the other way around. I liked yours more.
Yeah, you did. You liked the pear tart more.
Yeah.
I like the walnut. I felt it was more aromatic. The duck I really enjoyed. The potatoes were amazing. The peas were really good with the gravy.
Yeah, I thought the peas were, like, if you eat too much you get sickly. It's sickly. Like you have to.
They were a little bit mushy.
Too mushy,
but
and
they
had the sauce.
Were nice with the gravy.
With the gravy is good, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the fish and the beans, they were lovely.
I like the beans.
Yes, and the fish was really well cooked.
Why do they have meat with fish though? Your combination was like.
They had a little bit of almost like bacon.
Like bacon with
mixed in
and fish.
To the beans. Yeah, you couldn't see me, sorry. Yeah, bacon mixed in with the beans, but it was nice.
Nice, interesting combination.
Tasted like soup to me.
Yeah, it was like ragu.
Yeah. But really recommend, loved that. I had the rhubarb drink,
whatever it was, and then you had tea. Was it good tea?
White peach tea was the best. I recommend it. It's very expensive.
I know, for tea it was so expensive. Anyway, but that's fine. You know, it's a special occasion, it's a special day. We didn't make it to Aylesbury because we spent 5 hours wandering around the mansion, the manor, whatever, and now we're just really quickly going to see the garden before we have to go back to the car and pick up our things for the Lunar Cinema. It's still a little bit warm because the sun's shining, but I bet it's going to be so cold this evening.
It will be.
I've got such a thick coat. Yeah. You've already put your jacket on.
I'm ready.
I've had my blazer on the entire day and I was roasting a little bit, but I was a true lady and champion, and I
For the glamour.
Yes, and I did not take this blazer off. Come hell or high water, it was on.
I love the rose tree.
Where?
Rose
Oh,
trees.
the little ones. Oh, they're peachy, they're gorgeous. Look at that.
I love it.
The rose tree. Yes, and look at this fountain as well. Lovely sculptures, but not working. Maybe it's because it's September, so they might have closed it for now, for the autumn. Yeah, look at all of these colours.
Look at those trees. Look how big they are.
Yes, huge trees. Can you see the top of the... Is this the top of the garden? Let's have a
There's
little
so
look.
much more to see. There's the aviary.
Aviary?
Bird cages. What are they called?
The bird cages. The aviary.
The aviary.
Yeah, the aviary. Look at that. This is the back of the building, by the way. Oh my goodness, no. This is very nice. You can stand here on the steps and then you can see the bottom all the way down. Is there a lake here?
I think they're
feel
somewhere
like
in the
there should be.
distance. There in the distance there is a lake.
There should be. It would feel appropriate.
But it's not. You can't really see it. You have to walk to it.
No, this is what we can see. So this is the top. You've got a little path there. These
It
stairs.
reminds me of Lady Chatterley's lover, like when she
Yes.
walks down. Do you remember?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. When she walks down. However, there were those pictures, you know, as you exit
Yeah.
between the toilets and the restaurant, there are these olden day pictures, and it was Mr. Filch or something like that.
I
To the
remember.
right.
I saw him. It was like the unnamed man.
I
as
know.
well, right?
The unnamed man, he was cute, but so was Mr.
Both of them
Finch
were
or
cute.
Filch or something. Was it
Feast
Finch?
or something. Yeah. Best. Whatever.
Fist or something?
Yeah. Both of them were super cute gardeners. And
Yes. And I was like, how can you not fall for the gardener? I mean, they were so rough and rugged and so on. Like, I get it. The Lord of the Manor, he was lovely, but so were the gardeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were the gardeners.
So are the gardeners.
Yeah.
That's why they moved to the city.
Probably, because apparently they didn't spend any time here. They would only come here for extended weekend parties. So like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they would come and they'd have these parties with their friends, and then they'd leave to go back to London. And that feels like such a shame. And there were also no children, so the children's living quarters and the, you know, their rooms weren't really used because no one had children, which is also a shame. Which is why this place ended up in a trust in 1955, because there were no children to leave it to.
Nobody had children, which is a shame.
Very, very sad. Yeah. And in the bachelor's
They adopt me.
suite, oh yeah, they could totally adopt you. Totally. Yeah, in the bachelor's suite, I was going to say pad, or quarters, the bachelor's part of the house.
Bachelor's wing. Yeah.
The bachelor's wing, yes, indeed, you're right. They had this door that would close. It was a padded door, and it would almost become a wall. So they would turn it. It would be a huge panel that would cover the corridor.
Right.
Oh, this is gorgeous from up here. Oh my goodness! Look at this. These little steps with the little, what do you call them? Lions at the bottom.
Lions,
We have
yeah,
to take some photos here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd close this massive wall panel because I'm about to finish this thing, and so that they couldn't hear the parties when they went to bed, like if people wanted
And
to
the
go to bed
smoke
early.
wouldn't go through.
Yeah, and they would protect from the smoke as well. Where are you? There you go.
Okay.
You're here.
Yeah,
And
it's great actually.
I just thought, how funny would it be, we were laughing about this, if they closed this panel and then people were so drunk they couldn't remember. They were like, my bedroom was this way, but now there's a wall where there should have been a corridor, because the corridor would basically be cut off. And
Yeah, they would struggle.
yeah, and I was like, this is so hilarious.
We struggled and we didn't even drink because we couldn't find our way out.
Yeah, we
like a maze.
kept forgetting which rooms we'd visited, and we'd have to go back like lemons and just go back again and check. But yeah, we managed.
forgot.
We managed.
Yeah.
People couldn't believe us that we forgot where we had been, but we'd been there
all looks the same to be
for
honest.
5 hours. We were in there for 5 hours. How could you not forget?
Well, exactly, yeah, because we kept seeing the same sort of rooms. Yeah, they were all beautiful, but some of them were similar.
They were.
Especially with the tapestries matching the curtains.
Absolutely.
It was like...
Let's go down here so we can take pictures with the lions. Oh, this is such a good view of you. Yes.
Oh, really?
I can see you really well, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, we should. Yeah, because we don't have a picture together. Oh, that sucks.
We need to take pictures.
Yes, we need someone to take pictures of us together.
Nobody's
We're
here.
so cute.
I think we missed the bus.
Well, there'll be another bus because they are going to have buses all the way until tonight because of the film. So there'll be buses. Usually the last bus leaves at 5:30 if you want to visit, just so you know. However, today's a special evening with the Lunar Cinema, so they won't be closing the bus service, I don't think. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at these flowers. And the yellow ones right across there. I always feel like a bit of a weather woman when I'm pointing out things in the background. I'm like, look at that and look at that. So yeah.
The flowers over there in this region are beautiful.
I know, look at you, a real pro.
I can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Southwards, we have flowers. Eastwards, we have flowers.
We have flowers everywhere, lions everywhere.
Yes. Westwards, lion. Yeah.
This one actually looks like a lion.
Yes,
Thank
it
God.
does. They both kind of do. Or menacing.
I think they are the same. There's nothing different.
Yeah.
about them. Yeah.
They are twins.
Yeah.
The twin lions. We've seen many lions and many snakes today.
Yeah.
There are a lot of those accents here. Oh, look at this. This is what we just walked down on. So that's the top of the garden and then we just walked these little steps. But this looks gorgeous. We're gonna go take some pictures now. Good evening. The evening's finally settling in. It's gotten a little bit darker. Behind us is the big screen for the cinema. We missed our bus because we were going to catch the bus to take us back. We were not running, but we were walking towards the bus and it left. About a few meters away, it just closed its doors and it left. We've been strolling the gardens and we thought we'd be in time to get it and we saw it come in.
Yeah.
But the walk is quite long and we stopped and talked to a gentleman and then we missed out on the bus. So now we have another 7 minutes to wait until the next one. We need to get our camper chair, sofa, camper sofa.
And the blankets.
Yes, and some water. I'm actually a little bit thirsty. But we saw there's another path that we haven't explored because we haven't had a lot of time in the garden. So we thought, let's stroll around here as well. The paths are a little bit wild. When you go off of the paved part, there are some wilder paths and it's very pebbly. It's a little bit uneven. I've got boots on, but they weren't great.
The highlight. Tell them the highlight.
What was the highlight?
We saw a deer once.
Oh yes, we did see a deer. So we were walking down one of these wilder paths and I spotted a deer between the trees and we just stopped and it looked at us.
It was really close to us.
It didn't run away.
We didn't want to scare it, but it wasn't scared of us. I think it just looked away and just left.
Yeah, it was just minding its own business. We were minding our own business.
I don't know what this is.
This looks like the grotto where they lock people up.
No. There. Locked up.
Please don't climb. Yeah, we didn't make it to the stables. I
think there are bats there. I think there are bats.
Maybe
it's dark.
Or maybe some water's dripping. I don't know.
I can hear birds.
I can also hear some squawking.
Squawking, yeah.
From some birds. Oh, this is nice and pretty. There's a little, yeah, a little square here. It's got some statues, some lovely flowers.
The bird.
This is the bird aviary. Oh gosh, let's have a look. Because we were going to come here and then we didn't because we thought we didn't have time. This is where the squawking was coming from. These are beautiful cages.
Oh, I thought they're in the tunnel, but they're here.
Oh yeah, we thought the noises. Anyway, it's very, very pretty.
It's really pretty. It's very wild as well.
Let's have a look at these birds then. The birds talk! How fun is that? Look at that, that's so clever. What did you say? Right after we spoke to the birds, because they were talking birds, we ran to the bus. Ladylike running, obviously, because we wouldn't do real running.
Oh, can you see me? Oh,
Who do you think we are to really run? Yeah, we did a ladylike run to the bus. We're here alone, and there's no one else. And yeah, it's very nice. It feels like we're renting the entire bus, because no one's going back from the house towards the car park, just the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we get on the bus before everyone else, because there'll be lots of people actually.
Yeah, I can see them. Okay, we're going to stop, but we need to grab everything from food and then head back so we can reserve our spot on the grass. There aren't many people at the moment, so we should be fine. But they're slowly sort of coming. I've got hot chocolate. The lady has red wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers
I'm in the Gatsby mood.
Yes. And I'm in the hot chocolate mood.
Take your first step in investing from just £50 a
beautiful.
month.
It's yum. It's yum.
By your side.
She is very good.
For I am the mysterious Mr. Gatsby.
I cannot find anyone who knows anything real about Mr. Gatsby.
They say he's third cousin to the Kaiser and second cousin to the devil. I'm afraid I haven't been a very good host, old sport. You see, I'm Gatsby.
What did you think of the film?
We really enjoyed it. It was the best experience ever.
I
Watching
loved
film
it.
outside is the best. I've watched films before, you know, Northampton College,
Yes.
outside cinema, but it was nothing like this.
This is impressive,
That was top notch.
especially because you have the castle, well, manor house behind us, and it's green. It reminded me of that green,
The
light,
green light, yeah.
on
from
the
Gatsby.
dark. Yes.
Yeah.
We've got this huge light in front of us, by the way, lighting us up nicely.
is.
So we thought we'd give you our final thoughts because we've got this great light. Yeah, it was such an
was-
experience.
It was really an experience. We sat really close to
The screen.
the screen
Front
and
row.
the castle, so we saw both, whilst other people from Buckingham
Yeah.
Village didn't see that same oversight
The
of
fact
both.
that we got to spend the whole day here
I know.
and
it's
then watch the
amazing.
film.
We definitely got our money's worth.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. We're like, it was such an immersive experience being here the entire day. It made the film more special because we got in the mood. The house was built a really long time ago, but the people that lived in it last, that donated it to the trust, donated in 1955. They also lived here during World War II and
Yeah.
World War One as well.
Both
Both?
wars, yeah, 1980.
Both? Yeah.
So, yeah, they
And so they lived in that like 1920s time when the Great Gatsby was set.
I
as
think
well.
so. Yeah, they definitely spent summers here,
Yeah.
but they did live quite a while in the Bachelor's wing during the World War II,
Yeah.
like permanently, and then they had Jewish children during the evacuation living
Yeah.
in the actual house
Yeah.
during World War II, which was great. Yeah, I can imagine. It was a lot of fun.
So it felt very much like we spent time in that era.
Yeah, the whole
During
day.
the day, yeah. We also ate here and then we walked the grounds. And we were also thinking about Lady Chatterley's Lover, which is a book we love. And feels very much
Very similar.
like, in the same time.
Yeah, and the grounds, the
Yeah.
landscape itself is similar, isn't it?
So it was such a great day, an immersive experience, as I said, and I loved it. It's such a feel-good film, but also a really sad film.
Tragic, but realistic.
Really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Really, really sad.
Kind of shows people who are actually evil and, well, in a real way, because they're selfish.
Yeah, it was a very honest sort of evil, very realistic, very human.
Yeah, which we can all relate to, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't that sort of
Okay, the bus is
artificial. Do you think we can get on that? Should we try?
Let's go and try.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the bus has arrived. Let me grab this from you. The bus has arrived, but I don't think we're all gonna fit, honestly, because the bus is small. Yeah. Thanks. We're both carrying this really big, like foldable sofa, but the bus is kind of small, and there's so many of us because everyone came like not at one time, but now everyone's leaving all at one time.
Which is a lot. Of
So I
people.
think it's too many people. I think we're going to have to wait for the second bus,
Oh.
but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get seats now.
No, there's still
stayed
so many people, but that's okay. We're getting some backlight now. Anyway, it was such a great night. I'm so glad we came, and I'm glad we came to this one just because it was so good for the location to see it. You were so right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Elvira talked me into it. She was like, "This is the perfect film to see here."
Gatsby. Yeah. I don't think Barbie will be like that special because it doesn't have a theme relatable to the actual castle.
Yeah, I think if you were watching it at a theme park, it would be appropriate.
for the Barbie film.
Yeah,
Maverick maybe, Harry Potter maybe. I think Harry
maybe
Potter
Harry
would be
Potter
nice.
as well.
Yeah.
Which one's
especially
the other one? Elvis.
Elvis.
Again, I think Elvis needs a different location, just because it doesn't tie in with the location, but then it doesn't
Historically,
really matter.
yeah. Well, I don't think people care that much. We do.
we do. We want the full immersive experience, but yeah.
We got our ways. That's good.
Oh,
Okay, we're
look
not
at
gonna get
that!
on
No,
bus.
we're not gonna make it. Look at that. People are
I
standing
hope
up.
there's gonna be another bus because I'm not walking.
And obviously there's going to be another
Imagine
bus. You have to pay for the bus, by the way. And we've paid for the bus, so I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be... Look, yeah. See, with the, like... Yeah. It's okay. We'll wait with these nice people and maybe we'll get a seat. Or
should
maybe
do.
we won't.
Maybe we won't.
Whatever. We can stand for like 5 minutes while it's doing its thing. At least we won't have to walk 30 minutes.
Imagine in the darkness. I mean, they do have lights on the way, but
They do. They
it's still scary.
lit up twinkle lights.
We saw the
Pretty.
deer. Maybe there's other animals. We don't know.
It's England. We won't get bears. We won't get wolves. We're safe.
We're gonna get people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's another bus. Look, it came.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get on this bus, but double thumbs up because we loved it.
We did.
That's like the conclusive thought. Loved it. Now we're going to get home. It's an hour and a bit drive. but we'll be fine.
I'm feeling enthused now, so I don't think I can feel
Yeah,
sleepy. It's like the lights
we're
just
going to
started.
listen to music and
Yeah.
have a good time in the car. And then tomorrow we're back at work, which doesn't
great.
feel right. It feels like we should be
Just
off
stay at
tomorrow.
home. Yeah, I know, relax.
Yeah, the twinkle lights are gorgeous.
Bye, Waddesdon.
And yeah, goodbye Waddesdon. Au revoir. Thank you for a good day.
Hope to be a good day.
We love you. We'll be back soon.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello there, I'm finally home. It is almost 2 in the morning. The drive wasn't that long, but Elvira and I ended up chatting as we do, so it took me a little bit longer to get home. However, I thought I would show you my loot from Waddesdon. This is what I got. So from the gift shop, I picked up some Chiltern honey and mustard dressing. This looked quite interesting. I haven't heard of this brand, I haven't seen this before, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get some of this and see if it's any good. And I also bought the Waddesdon Companion Guide, which is basically a book that offers pictures and information and explanations about all the rooms that we went through, and also I think the gardens as well, so that's going to be an interesting read. I also loved that they had these lovely photographs of the interior. I took plenty of photos today, but I'm not quite sure how they came out, so I thought this would be a nice thing to have just to look back on, and of course I can use it as reference the next time I go. I can read up on it and find out more, so I'll be more informed on my next trip to Waddesdon, because I do think it's one of those places that I'd love to return to. It's very nice. I'd love to explore more of the gardens. Before the film started, actually, we went to the Rose Garden, which I didn't film just because they were renovating it. So if you're thinking about going this time of year, you won't be able to see the Rose Garden. It's being redone. However, we did go to the aviary, we did explore some of the woodland part as well. We didn't make it to the stables just because it's quite a bit of a walk and we didn't have time for it, but the gardens were beautiful just because the grounds close at 5:30 and the film opened its doors at 6, so between 5:30 and about 6:30 there was no one there apart from the staff looking after the Lunar Cinema, so it was like the best time to go because the grounds were completely empty, and I just kept thinking that someone was going to come from around the corner and be like, what are you doing? But no one came. So we just had it completely to ourselves, and it was so quiet, and Elvira was just telling me that, you know, she had never seen it like this. It's usually packed. So we're glad we went today, and also that because it was a weekday, and that we also got to see the Lunar Cinema. It was such a lovely experience. I really enjoyed it. While we were there, I did mention that it was quite a feel-good film, and I think that's still the case because the party scenes are spectacular. However, it did leave me feeling quite sad. If you know the story of the Great Gatsby, you know the ending is not quite so nice and it's a little bit sad. If you don't, I won't spoil it for you. So it's sort of a bittersweet kind of film. However, still lovely, really beautiful. The setting was perfect. It almost looks like Gatsby's mansion is Waddesdon Manor. Waddesdon Manor. Even though it's not. But they do have some similar features. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope you enjoyed meeting Elvira and she came along with me. You won't be seeing her on every vlog, even though I'm sure you'd love to see the two of us together. But we had the most fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing her on the vlog as well. Thank you for coming along with us. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.